Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to your Watchdog News Report for February 20th, 2025. So, U.S. breaking news. The Trump administration and DOGE initiatives. President Donald Trump is considering directing and distributing 20% of the savings identified by the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk, to American taxpayers. This initiative, referred to as the DOGE Dividend, could potentially provide approximately $5,000 per tax-paying household. The remaining 20% of the savings is proposed to reduce the national debt. While this plan aims to offer financial relief to citizens, some economics caution that injecting such funds into the economy might lead to increased inflation pressures. The Trump administration has also directed the Pentagon to implement an 8% budget cut over the next 5 years. This directive aligns with DOGE's broader strategy to streamline government operations and reduce federal spending. Additionally, the IRS is facing significant layoffs, with approximately 7,000 staff members expected to be dismissed starting today. These measures have raised concerns about the potential impact on essential government services and national security. Separately, President Donald Trump signed an executive order barring undocumented immigrants from receiving federally funded benefits. He stated that the previous administration repeatedly undercut the goals of that law, resulting in the improper expenditure of significant taxpayer resources. Economic stability and financial news. The U.S. labor market has shown signs of slight weakening, with initial claims for state unemployment benefits rising by 5,000 to a seasonally adjusted 219,000 for the week ending February 15th. This increase suggests potential challenges in the employment sector, possibly influenced by recent federal workforce reductions under DOGE initiatives. Gold prices have reached a record high, driven by geopolitical tensions, particularly the deteriorating relations between the U.S. and Ukraine. And President Trump's announcement of new tariffs. Lloyd's Bank reported a 20% drop in annual corporate profits, attributed to lower net interest margins and provisions related to motor finance scandal. The Trump administration has also issued a broad freeze on foreign aid, following an order to review whether aid allocations align with current U.S. foreign policy objectives. This pause affects all foreign assistance, with exceptions granted to key allies such as Israel and Egypt. Some healthcare updates. President Trump's commitment to preserving Medicaid is encountering challenges as House Republicans propose strategies to extend their 2017 tax cuts, which may involve significant changes to Medicaid funding. The potential conflict raises questions about the future of healthcare coverage for low-income individuals and families. The Trump administration has also expanded access to IVF treatments through an executive order. This initiative aims to provide broader reproductive assistance to American families. Meanwhile, budget cuts driven by DOGE cost-cutting measures impact various sectors, including healthcare. These reductions have raised concerns about potential effects on military veteran services and public health infrastructure. Some critics argue that such cuts could undermine essential services and compromise the nation's ability to respond to health crises. Let's move on to some world news. So, global conflicts and diplomatic efforts. So, the Russian Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, has joined top European diplomats at the G20 meeting in Johannesburg, South Africa. The meeting is marked by tensions over Russia-Ukraine war and the notable absence of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who is boycotting the event due to policy disagreements with the host nation. This development follows recent U.S.-Russia bilateral talks that excluded European allies, raising concerns about the coherence of international efforts to address the conflict in Ukraine. Tensions have escalated between the U.S. and Ukraine, following President Trump's remarks referring to Ukrainian President Zelenskyy as a dictator. In response, U.S. officials have advised Zelenskyy to tone down his rhetoric ahead of press conference with the U.S. envoy concurrently. Russia has launched a mass drone attack in Odesa for the second consecutive night, resulting in widespread blackouts and fires in the city. European leaders have condemned Trump's statements and reaffirmed their support for Ukraine. Even recent tensions between U.S. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Zelenskyy have escalated. Right? We know that he has referred to Zelenskyy as a dictator without election and suggested that he is better move fast. That he better move fast to secure peace or risk losing his country. These remarks have strained U.S.-Ukraine relations and raised concerns among European allies. President Zelenskyy accused President Trump of being influenced by Russian disinformation, stating that the U.S. president is trapped in a disinformation bubble. He emphasized Ukraine's commitment to defending its sovereignty and criticized any attempts to undermine its leadership. European leaders have expressed support for President Zelenskyy. UK Prime Minister reaffirmed Zelensky's status as a democratically elected leader of Ukraine and noted that suspending elections during wartime is a reasonable measure, as the UK did during World War II. These developments come amid ongoing U.S.-Russia negotiations to resolve the Ukraine conflict. Recent talks and Saudi Arabia excluded Ukrainian representatives. The situation continues evolving, with international stakeholders closely monitoring the U.S. and Ukrainian leadership discourse. In the Middle East, Hamas has released the bodies of 4 Israeli hostages, including a mother and her 2 children. This development is part of ongoing negotiations to achieve a regional ceasefire. Economic and financial updates. The global economy is experiencing fluctuations. Due to geopolitical tensions, gold prices have surged to record highs as investors seek safe haven assets amidst uncertainties. Additionally, major financial institutions report mixed results, with some experiencing profit declines due to various economic pressures. NATO and EU developments. The United Kingdom and Norway have condemned negotiations on an ambitious new defense pact to counter perceived Russian threats in the Arctic region. This initiative reflects a broader trend of European nations enhancing defense collaborations in response to evolving security challenges. Additionally, UK Labour Party leader has reaffirmed support for Ukrainian President Zelenskyy, countering President Trump's recent accusations and emphasizing UK's commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty. World Healthcare update. The World Health Organization, the WHO, has expressed concerns over the potential impact of recent U.S. policy changes on global health initiatives. Budget cuts and shifts in foreign aid allocations may affect ongoing health programs and it may affect ongoing health programs in developing countries. As geopolitical instability persists, international health experts warn that disruptions in trade and diplomatic relations could impact the global supply chain for critical medical supplies and also vaccines. This concludes Watchdog News, the breaking news worldwide for February 20th, 2025. Stay tuned for updates and always stay vigilant, stay watchful, always be prepared for what's coming, right? I love you all so much. I love what I do. This is Jared Wesley Campbell with Watchdog News. I'm always looking out for all of you. Have a very blessed day. Have a good morning. We'll chat very soon, quickly. That's all I have. This is Jared Wesley Campbell with Watchdog News. I'm signing off. Have a blessed day. I'm out.